Okay, we're back. But it's raining a lot. And Reagan is kind of freaking out right now. So let me go ahead and tend to him real quick. Okay, Reagan, you're okay. Reagan, you come over here. Well, I guess Reagan's going out. Alright. Back to our regular scheduled programming. So there's not really anything but the knife that's really worth it here. Other than the fact that you can kind of walk now to Vegas relatively easy. Yeah, so as long as we don't go over there, I don't think that it renders the walk path that they would take to get up here. So I wish we had the like bug perk, the bug smashing perk or whatever. That'd be pretty cool. Also, thanks Dad for subscribing. Appreciate it. With your Prime. Yeah, so I think it's just literally the knife that's the biggest, like, reason to come over here. And, of course, the fact that you can see Vegas right there. Is that a legionary camp? No, I don't think so. It's too far. I wish we had just a little bit more, like maybe some dynamite or something. Or service rifle. Go for the left wing. Nice. I don't even know if I'm hitting it. It doesn't look like it's registering bullets. As long as we can get some. Shit. It's a big one that I'm more afraid of. The young ones are easy. Tribal village. Yeah, you're stuck in there, you dumb. You dumb. Oh, shit. Ooh, that's not. We're dead. I don't even know if it's possible for me to get out of here. Because I think they're gonna like warp up here. Yep. Excuse me, sir. I would appreciate it if you did not do that. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I just run. Fuck me. The I did not mean to do that. I Yeah, so I think our best bet, there might be like a no. Essentially what you want. Okay, if we can take out as many of these without getting stung as possible, that's ultimately the goal. I'm surprised with all these shots that I'm taking over there that it hasn't blown off one of the wings. Okay, so I'm actually kind of surprised that they don't come over here. It must be that this is like not near enough to the ground. But just because it's not showing that you're hitting anything doesn't mean that it's not actually still registering damage. Because you can snipe at the rad scorpions and coyotes in the valley from the from the graveyard. I can use all of our fucking rounds. Okay. Sure, why not? What's kind of wild is the fact that that you have it where the only thing that I'm really scared about is sometimes they like sneak up on you. Yeah, I mean, other than the fire axes and the chances knife, it's not really worth coming over here for anything. I mean, we should try and go and actually deal with them the rest of the way. Might as well at least. Okay, we failed at that. Okay. Try and... How many anti-venoms do we have? Okay, 2. Burn through some of our stim packs. Ah, I got you. That's why you guys didn't want to fight, because you're already almost dead. Gotcha. Okay. Just really quickly. It says danger still, so there has to be at least one more somewhere. Oh, there he is. Haha. Got you. Danger still. Jesus. How many more of these things are there? One more right there. The only thing... Caution. Okay, we're gonna save here. Because I want to see... Oh, fuck me. I don't know if there's something else. Oh, are you joking? So I'm kind of interested to see. I don't think that there is anything over here. I mean, we're just gonna run over here. Yeah, no. I just wanted to see if there's any more lootable objects over here. I don't think there is. I think you can just Like now we can just fuck off this way. There's not really anything that we need to worry about. Danger. I think all the raider stuff. I think also you're supposed to come here at a later date. When you have like more levels. So it's probably the biggest thing. Is this Quarry Junction? I think this is Quarry Junction. I'm not actually sure what this is. Oh, this is Vault 113. Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't know if I've ever been over here. If I'm being completely honest. I think this is where the yeah, it's Spring Mountain Ranch State. Shit. Jesus Christ. Maybe discover this and then continue to go on. Why are so many mantises here? Alright. Roll for what we are going. So 5, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. Okay, kind of a useless thing. How many points are we putting in? 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 6, 10, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How many points are we rolling? 2. Okay. This one we're actually getting some pretty decent stuff as long as we change it. 4, 8, 13. How many of our 7's points? 2. Okay, come on, there's only 5 points to go. So 10, 14, I think 13, 14. How many points? 3. 2 more, come on, give me lockpick. So that is 6, 10, 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. How many are the 2 points? Both. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh, I want 7. Look at that, 7. Oh my goodness. I don't. You guys are gonna just have to trust me. Literally. Here's the dice. I rolled a 7. That is crazy. Out of all of these, it's probably the most useful. Caution. Because we have a broken limb. I'm gonna go over here. Ooh. The Great Khan Armory. I'm gonna save here. We're gonna go in here and see about... I think they should...
What do you want?
Why'd you come here? Yeah.
I was about to say, I think they should remain okay with us. Because they don't know who we are. I love how we're just kind of like limping along. I'm not exactly sure if, is it a communal thing? Red Rock Cannon.
Hey. Yeah?
What is that? A scoped revolver?
What?
She's got a shotgun. Riot shotgun. Yeah, this is definitely supposed to be some sort of closer to end game or medium game setting. I think those are vault dwellers. Oh, you know what this is? It's probably the White Glove Society. And I think the original... That's the NCR, I think. Because there are Rangers, maybe, Cowboys. I think that's the Omertas. Because I think they're supposed to have a certain Great Khan longhouse.
Morning.
Morning.
What? What? Not now, I'm busy.
Damn, these guys are pretty freaking... Carl. Oh, he's a legend. Yeah, the Leaser. Caesar.
My name is Carl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the great Khans as a token of our alliance. In exchange for great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes. I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans. Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle. Speak then.
quite interesting.
What do you want?
I think if you actually go over to read his journal, it reveals that they plan on doing nothing and except killing everyone and redistributing them. Oh, maybe it's here. Carl's journal, and this consists of detailed records of observation from Carl's time at the Great Khan. Many of the entries into the detail of the opinion of the savage, barbarous customs. In several points, he waxes he waxes philosophic about how it's very likely that Caesar's legion will execute a lot of them.
What more do you want?
Hey.
Yeah, the Great Khans are actually quite an interesting tribe. They're actually one of the original tribes that have existed since the NCR, believe it or not. They actually, ooh. Come on, book. No, I wanted that magazine that was under there. A bunch of pre-war books. That's amazing. I think you also need sleep in this.
Huh?
Detected hitting. How many things am I over encumbered with? Okay, so I need to somehow lose 10 pounds. Or 15 rather. Do I have anything that's 15 pounds? What's the heaviest thing that I own? Do I have this place? Yeah, I do. Okay. Okay. Your game is bugging out a little bit. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is put some stuff in this locker here, and then also, are we friendly? Yes, we are friendly. Okay. Friendly with the cons. That's pretty cool. I didn't even realize that you could take that. We're gonna go ahead and probably put the Legion Explorer stuff in here. With that too. Okay. This is a very interesting playthrough so far. I have to admit. Stupid ass chat.
You looking to buy some?
We're gonna get rid of the binoculars, brass, broad machete, fire axe, machete. Keep that, keep that, keep that. Varmint rifle, keep that. We could go and get that 5.56. We need more 5.56.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay, so we're actually gonna go and put some of this stuff away. Like pretty much all the magazines, I think we only need like one of, if that. So, lockpick. Get that. Don't really need that. Take all this out. Okay, so we aren't using any of those. We currently aren't using any 308, 357, 10 mil. Let's see. Okay. Let's have like, I don't know, 36 of them. There we go. Sturdy shotgun is 20 gauge. Okay. Now that we have the service rifle though. Okay. Okay. I don't think I'll ever need that. The fuck do we have cameras for? Oh, they weigh nothing. Okay, so just keep all of our... Okay, so that's good. Now we can go over here. Sell Chet the undesirables that we have. All that extra shit.
You looking to buy some? Thanks.
Alright, there we go. Alright, now I think we can come over here. We should be able to at least pick this up. An NCR flag. I think this is so cool.
What do you want?
Mm-hmm. Nothing to see here. Jack.
Whoa, new chick. Do. We don't like do anything. We make the magic happen. We make the happy stuff. What do you need? Jet, Psycho, a little Med-X to ease the pain? Nah, kitten. More like drug suppliers. Yeah. Other folks sell them. Diane's mostly in charge of that. Guess I just had a natural talent for it. When I was a kid, these cats called the Followers of the Apocalypse came to our camp. They knew all kinds of kooky, scientistical stuff, so I ate up all the chemistry they could teach. Diane had to head for business, so we teamed up.
Interesting.
Whatever.
The, no good deed goes unpunished, lives on.
They're family, you dig? They've always looked out for us, made sure we had something to eat and a place to crash. Papa may look like a big angry bear, but he's a softy at heart. Regis is cool, scary, but cool. The rest are all pretty groovy, even little Jerry. The other dudes call him Jerry the Punk. That's kinda harsh, though. I think he's just a sensitive soul that needs some love. He's usually down around the proving ground if you want to say yo. Diane handles most of the transactional elements of this little enterprise, but I'm always in the market for new recipes if you've got the spark. Huh? Look, kitty cat, me and Diane, we don't dig on that politics stuff, savvy? We just make the product and make it get to a good home. Sure, Caesar's a drag, but as long as we got each other, we don't care who the top dogs roll with. What do you mean, helpful? My stuff already makes people feel groo-delicious.
I don't really...
I don't know what you... Oh, you're...
You're not one of my regulars. We keep the Great Khans from falling apart, essentially. Jack manufactures the chems. I organize the runners and the shipments. We're supplying things people want in exchange for things our tribe needs. Don't judge us. We make regular shipments to a lot of settlements around the Mojave. A lot of our business comes from the fiends lately. Personally, I think they're kind of creepy, but Papa likes the fact they get all hopped up on Psycho and harass the NCR patrols.
Interesting.
I'll spare you the history lesson. Talk to Papa Khan if you want to hear that story. Things have been rough for a while now. Even with Jack working all the time and my runners making deliveries daily, we're barely getting by. Maybe this alliance with Caesar will help, but I don't know. Red Rock Canyon isn't exactly the most hospitable place. There's no food, barely any water, and nothing anybody wants. We used to send patrols out to acquire supplies, but ever since Bitters... Sure. Maybe this alliance with Caesar will... Red Rock Canyon isn't exactly the most hospitable place. There's no food, barely any water, and nothing anybody wants. We used to send patrols out to acquire supplies, but ever since Bitter Springs, there just aren't enough of us left.
RIP.
You look like you could handle yourself in a fix. All right, I'll tell you what. Anders, one of my best runners, is overdue to report back. If you can find out what happened to him, I'll give you some real work. About 3 weeks ago, I sent Anders southeast to find a route into Arizona, to open new markets for our product. He should have been back 2 days ago, but there's been no sign of him. Thanks. Any luck finding...
Okay, so we need barter or science to go ahead and make these guys change.
Later. Indulgent. It rhymes with indulgent. Default. No, that's terrible. Maybe I should write something about how much the great cons suck. How do you spell gesticulate? There once was a man of stout heart. Heart. What rhymes with heart? Silver. What do you want? I can tell you they're a bunch of big dumb jerks with no appreciation for art. I mean, can you believe their initiation? Nothing really. Just trying to psych myself up to try... Oh, you heard that, huh? Okay, so, yeah, I was writing poetry. I know, it's not a very great con-like thing to do. The followers of the apocalypse came to our camp when I was a kid, and they brought a bunch of old books. I used to read pre-war poetry for hours. Have you seen this tribe? If it's not an epic drunken ballad of cracking skulls and hearing lamentations, they think it's a waste of time. Yeah, well, I guess maybe I'm not. You... My foot. That... You liked it? Huh? Wait, what are you talking about? We're allied with Caesar now? Typical. Nobody tells me anything. Indulgent. What rhymes with indulgent? Default. No, that's terrible. I wonder if
all this stuff is free for the taking. Isn't this a... Oh, interesting. So there's already several things that we are kind of locked out of being able to do just because we come here so early. And we don't have enough points in the...
Why'd you come here?
Very interesting though. I don't think most of the time I come and even deal with the Great Khans.
Why'd you come here?
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub? You want to hear the story of the Great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. We have suffered, but we will regain our glory. In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The Great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here. They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them. When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down. It's because of that we have sworn to take revenge on the NCR. With our new allies in Caesar's Legion, we will crush them. Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here. You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the Great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people. Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you? Ha! The Great Khans will not be slaves. Caesar himself has promised us the land from here to the Colorado, and the freedom to raid as we see fit. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their crimes.
Hmm.
Huh?
So the Cub Headers... Doesn't he? Caesar's representative tells a different tale. The glory of the great Khans will be restored, and once the NCR is pushed back to California, all the land from here to the Colorado will be ours. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war.
What more do you want?
Hey,
Perhaps we are too early to actually try and get him to try and understand.
So the Cub Headers... Don't you dare mention the NCR under this roof. I won't hear any...
Yeah, it has to be that we're like not meeting some requirement. Oh shit. Okay. That's all the way in, that's all the way in, what's it called? Nipton? Is it Nipton? I think it's Nipton. I want to see if we can get to, the strip from here. I think you can with relative ease. I think the hardest part was coming here, and I think you can like pretty much go over. With relative ease. I don't think it's like super difficult or anything, because the great Khans come through here all the time. And there's some fire geckos, that's about it. I think this is where Violet is. I think that's her holdout. My dogs? You want my dogs? Meat is for dogs. Dogs like meat. Jesus. How are we getting so lucky with these frickin'? I think this one here has, yeah. Whoa.
You like this? Blood?
No. We're gonna be at the house, yeah. See, this is where Eddie would come in, because he can at least take some of the damage. Some of the aggro. Oh, we should probably... Hold on, give me a second, boys. Alright. Alright. No way. Rip. It's the first time that it's crashed on me. I'm very tempted to download a bunch of mods on here just for stability. Because I feel like... the mods that just work on stability are fine. I don't want to do anything crazy though. But yeah, the fact that there aren't very many females in this game. The Black Widow perk can actually be like extremely useful. Just because of how many males there are. I think there's even an increase in the opposite sex when you play a certain sex in this Like if you play a male character, then there's gonna be more females. If you play a female character, there's gonna be more males. Jesus. I feel like fucking cook. I almost feel like if you had a... What am I doing? I have a service rifle. What is that? Why does this feel like it's not doing anything to your hand? actually. Let's just burn this motherfucker alive with his own shit. How am I? What? HP per limb damage. Interesting. Cooks. Okay, so 2 beers. I need 2 beers. There's not beers around here? There has to be beer. I love how we're just casually doing like in-game stuff over here. we might... Ooh, what the fuck? They had like a grenade launcher or something. What? There's no way. I think we might be fucked there. Okay, so we might be legitimately screwed.
Are you ready to die? You like the sight of your own blood?
Okay, so immediately go left. Get this out. Stem pack. Okay, this time we're gonna go right. And then we're gonna go inside. This might honestly be worse. Um.
You like the sight of your own blood? You like this? Sight of your own blood?
You like the
Jesus.
You like the sight of your own blood?
you like the sight of blood?
You like this? Sight of your own blood?
You like the sight of your own blood?
You like the sight of your own blood?
Where you going, bitch? Push tray. Hey. I was gonna try and go into the Monte Carlo, but at this point, I'm not exactly sure if I should. I don't think that makes sense. Because I think it's just their gang headquarters.
I've got you now.
Come on!
Come on!
Come on!
Yeah. It's really interesting that you have
Howdy.
all of this right next to that.
Anything new happening? We don't need the NCR.
Howdy.
Hi. I wash my bone with Sippy. I have Pogo. Phoebes a rope. Goodbye. Higher. Higher. My pleasure is mine. Goodbye. Higher.
That's
Howdy. Name's Bob, but folks around here call me Klamath Bob. What can I do you for? Yeah, good old Klamath. Not a bad place if you like hunting, eating, and skinning geckos all day. It's a pretty dull place, but I hear there was a bit of excitement when this tribal from Arroyo came to town years back. All before my time, though. I might have some answers for you. I run the liquor store on West Side. With things this rough, some folks need a lot of booze just to step out of the door in the morning. After I close up shop, I walk around and help keep the peace. Not that I'm good with a gun, mind you, but someone's gotta do it, you know? Oh, yeah, that's mean son of a bitch. I know the name sounds bad, but he likes it. He's one nasty old coot. Far as I can tell, he's one of them original super mutants. What came from the boneyard. Wandered about after that master fellow died. Eventually got caught somewhere around the hub back in NCR. Boy, they sure treated him mean down there. Cut him up so bad he can't talk no more. I tried to buy him just so they'd stop hurting him, but they didn't want any of it. Turns out some of them night kids, whatever you call those sneaky super mutant types, got in and busted him out. I guess somebody named Tabitha led the bunch that freed him. Don't know much more than that.
Interesting.
He just showed up here one day. Couldn't really talk, but he remembered me all right. Ever since then, he's just been, well, hanging around, I guess. Does odd jobs for folks and smashes the bad guys when they come poking around. Some folks steer clear of him, for sure, but you don't seem to mind. Well, things aren't great here, but I've seen a lot worse. We've got the Fiends to the south of us, and that ain't good. The Scorpions hang out at the Monte Carlo when they aren't slinging chems or getting their heads blown off by the Fiends. Probably the best thing we've got going on is the co-op, run by Mr. Etienne. Get some help from the followers of the Apocalypse, I think. Not so much lately. The NCR is giving them hell anytime they poke their damn heads out. Bless those boys and gals for getting rid of that vermin. I feel pity for any man or woman that gets addicted to chems, but when they prey on decent folk, well, then it's time to put them down. Not much to tell. Typical gang of dumb bullies and angry nobodies. They're holed up a bit south of here, in the Monte Carlo suites. They think they're tough, but anytime they tangle with the Fiends, they get torn right up. Food from the people and for the people. Anyone can buy, but the profits are shared by the folks who make the produce. Locals got these little gardens that do real well. Gosh darn well, truth be told. Etienne got some help from that Anderson kid, I think. Anyway, we don't gotta rely on merchants so much. And it means the troopers can use all the food they make over on the east side. Works out nice. Alright then. Hopefully I've got some.
Oh, actually, he's only got 300 caps. By 14, so 5 by 14. And then this is what? Six by 7. Okay. I always forget about this side.
I need my fix.
And he's like one of the more interesting characters with his appearance, at least.
Oh, hello. I deliver things and stuff for the people here.
I'm glad mean son of a bitch is on our side.
Howdy.
Oh, he's standing in front of a new store. This is a prostitute or drug dealer.
I got nothing you need. If it's ass you're looking for, talk to Pretty Sarah. Me and my partner St. James work salvage around West Side, that's all. Because it's his name. He may be high-strung, but he's all right. Hauls his half a scrap, which is all I need. Yeah.
When I talk to a girl, I start the conversation, and I didn't start no... Me and Dermot work salvage around New Vegas. What do you even mean? Dermot knows how to work salvage better than any man I ever met. Doesn't go asking questions all day, neither.
Oh, that's right. They're not, they're not
I'm glad mean son of a bitch is on our side.
they're drug pushers.
Hi there. Welcome to the West Side Co-op. I'm Clayton Etienne. Let me know if you have any questions. It might not look like much, but it's what keeps us West Side locals independent. We started it a few years ago. I admit we had a lot of trouble at first, but eventually we got some help from Tom Anderson with the followers. We're finally to the point where the co-op members can start making money from sales instead of just breaking even. Well, I've lived in Nevada all my life. Started out in New Reno, but headed down here as soon as I got the chance. If you can believe it, things are even worse back home. The whole city's still run by crime families. Used to be the Mordinos and Wrights. Now it's the Wrights and Van Graffs. Seems like things never got better. Anyway, that's all behind me now. Welcome back. How can I...
Oh, he actually has some money.
Another satisfied customer.
Welcome to Casa Madrid, cheapest, cleanest whores in all New Vegas. If you want to know the rates for poon, talk to the whores. Yep, for years now. Guess I should be calling it Casa Marco or something, but I haven't changed the signs. Folks who can't pay their way onto the strip need a place to stay too. And when Pretty Sarah set her whores up here, the Casa went full service. Like roughneck prospector's all I hear. Good at what he does. Been renting a room here for a year or so. Nothing special. Guy's unstable, but he pays his rent and Sweetie seems to like him all right.
Welcome to the Casa. As long as you didn't come here to sell that scrawny ass of yours around here. I'm not hiring new girls. All slots filled, you could say. And my arrangements with Marco are exclusive. Just needed to make the situation clear is all. How can I help you? 3 flavors to choose from. Sweetie, Maud, and Jimmy. Sweetie's the house favorite, for reasons that should be obvious. Maud is what you might call the discount rack. She's what a customer wears if he doesn't have the caps to afford Sweetie, or just likes them old. Jimmy's more of a specialist. I only hear good things. I look after the only reasons anyone would want to spend any time here. I'm a pimp. All Marco does is collect rent and take a small cut of my action. He sure as hell doesn't clean the rooms. Most of my body is scarred all over, like a ghoul. Nobody around who'd want to screw that. No, I just run things. We don't talk about...
I was about to say, I don't even think that even if I wanted to, I could try and break in there.
Tom Anderson, can I help you? I'm with the followers of the Apocalypse, and I help the locals in Westside grow crops. Unlike the NCR, the followers don't expect anything back. The soil and the hot, dry environment don't make it easy. We've even got our own food store, the Westside Co-op. The co-op is comprised of Westside locals and run by Clayton and Tanine. They produce all of their own food and share the profits of the co-op. I don't go looking for fights with them, but they don't have the best interests of people in mind. Certainly not locals. The bottom line for NCR is productivity and growth. Politicians back in Shady Sands are completely detached from the people actually living here.
Hey, honey. Looking for something softer than a man can give you? I bring in the customers, and she makes sure no one gets rough. Sarah's good people. Good enough, anyway. I'm called Sweetie because I'm the sweetest piece you'll ever find anywhere outside of the Strip. I got my start at the Gomorrah. Good money, but I saw how those Omertas hook girls on free jet or MedX, then start charging. Slavery through a needle is what that is. I earn less out here, but I keep more.
Interesting.
A client's got a right to privacy, so it'll cost 200 caps for me to tell you all about it. Sure do. St. James is my #1 customer. He's a prospector who pays Marco to stay here at the Casa week to week. I don't know why his friend Dermot chose to stay here. He's never been with me or nobody else. But St. James likes having me close at hand. It's worth every cap, baby. I'll do things to you you didn't even think was possible, and leave you...
Sorry, man, but my services are members only, all right? You might try Sweetie. I'm just a fantasy come to life, but you already knew that. Half a year or so. The Casa's a dump and Marco's a pig, but Pretty Sarah makes sure I don't get hassled. I don't get as many customers as Sweetie or Maud, but the customers I do get always come back. She's an honest woman. Splits the earnings fair and keeps Sweetie and Maud in line. Minds her own business, too. She knows what it's like for people to go through things they'd rather not talk about. Sorry, ma'am, but ain't enough caps in all of New Vegas to make me do that. Nuh-uh. See?
Anything new happening? Don't see many of your kind here in the Casa. Women, I mean, who ain't working. Old but spry, honey. So long as my back don't give out, I can make a living lying on it. May not be as fresh as Sweetie or Jimmy, but Pretty Sarah keeps me around for a good reason. Experience. If you're looking to get perverted, go talk to Sweetie. She's less particular than I am. That's right. Strange at first, having a woman for a pimp, but she's tough enough to handle any trouble so far. She's a good earner. Of course, she don't care who she sleeps with or what they do to her. I suppose he's okay for one of those. I suppose Pretty Sarah's got to cover every sort of customer.
Very easy door.
Hey there.
Actually, I think I can take a, barter.
Hi again.
26.
St. James has problems, that's for sure. Never wants me to... Lately, he brings a teddy bear with him and props it on the bed like it's watching us. Not the worst I ever...
I don't even remember what it is, like, who has a problem with them. Just that it is a problem, that there's like a mission related to it.
Howdy. You don't strike me as someone down on their... I help tend the crops, stand watch for fiends, and generally help keep things civilized. Couple of years now. I was a trader for a while, but got tired of all the walking. West Side was a good place to settle down as any.
He's one of the Enclave members.
Anything new happening?
Reinforced metal.
If you're down on your luck and need some caps, I'd buy... My grandfather opened up this shop. Took over from him when the fiends killed him.
Damn. Cowboy repeater.
Thanks.
I'm glad mean son of a bitch is on our side.
I think I've gone and done all of the apartments that I can. Yeah, I think we're done with the west side.
Watch out for fiends.
The only thing that we could do now is try and fight fiends, and we're not really in any shape to do that.
That sweetie sure is something.
I actually need to try and get to a doctor. The NCR taking over this place over here. Oh, I think this is like fiend territory right here. Yeah, it is. You want some? Oh, I think this is their vault. I love how they have like one guard watching the entirety of the bridge. And then they have these.
You like the sight of your own blood?
No, what about you? I will take that cowboy repeater though. Nice. Okay. Hopefully we roll some good, decent things this time. So that's 5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Science out of 15. Oh, 17 points. How many are we putting in there? 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Damn. 6. That is 12, 14. So I think that's energy weapons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Out of the 1 point into this. Okay. 5. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, lockpick. How many? All 5 points. Thank God. Oh, I think that is 25. That is easy. Can I take this out of here? Okay. I'm gonna roll 2 red against it and 1 green. Okay, no, we have to keep it. Oh my god, bro, that is so annoying. Did they cripple my head? Oh, they did cripple my head. Okay. Is there even anything in these? Just a bunch of drugged out. Yeah. That's what I thought. Chem addicts. Oh shit. I'm not gonna go in there. Not with my current health. How did that work out for you, bro? this bag. I think I'm carrying. I should be able to get a freaking doctor who can see me. At least I hope there is.
Let me guess. You got work for me, right? Well, you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. As soon as I pick up some caps that Daughtry owes me, I'm out of this scrapyard. Well, shit. Feel free to stick a knife in the old ego. Thought I made a name for myself around here. Guess that's as good a reason as any to quit this stinking trade. No glory. No easy money, no women, and no glory. Shit. I'd settle just for the women. Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror? Damn right they were. And they were good, too. Till I popped a couple shells in their assholes. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there, but my shit gets done. Oh, shit, I don't know. Gotta be at least a month. Longer than I last at most jobs. Oh, yeah. A lot. Like before I was a bounty hunter, I worked as a caravan guard. You'd think that was a cakewalk, right? Wrong. Crazy bastards expected me to wake up at dawn. Forget it. It's about 2 hours after this guy hits the sack. And I need at least 10, 12 hours of sleep to do my job. Price of excellence. Well, hey, the field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably lots of people looking to get in once they hear I quit. Simple. Gonna make myself some easy money. I got a plan. Once I get my caps from Daughtry, I'm going to head on. There's not as many people playing at Gomorrah, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got this figured out. See, I thought the bounty hunting trade would be easy money, but it turns out... Also, I ran into this Mark who was a little too tough for me. I mean, I could have taken him. But with this guy, might have cost me some bad burns or an ass rape. I'm all for risking my life, but I'm a little sensitive about my asshole.
He's talking about Cook.
Hey.
I think there's a field medic. It might be in this tent or the tent over to the right.
I'm Bitter Root, first recon. You got a reason to talk to me? Guess not. You really want to talk to somebody, try 10 of spades. He's always got... Me? I'm here to do my job. You trying to start trouble? Okay, I will. While, I guess. I don't keep too careful track of time. I like to keep things simple. Just focus on now. You let your mind wander back a ways and you lose sight of what's in front of your eyes. Good way to miss a mark. You a merc? Well, then I guess you want to talk to my father, Major Daughtry. He's our... Yeah, look, he's not my real father. He just looked after... It's a long story. I get tired of talking. All right.
Hey there, miss. Oh, yeah, fine. Just a little stutter. The LT, Gorobets gave it to me. See, I wanted to be ace of spades, but the LT says, sorry, kid, you're too green. So he calls me 10 instead. It's okay, though. I get a few more kills under my belt. He'll move me up to Jack. Jack of spades. Sounds better, right? I keep at it. Eventually, I'll make it to ace. Think I'll skip queen, though. Shit. Long as I can remember, had a rifle in my hand since I was 3. That's what my dad always says. Learned to shoot on our ranch, way west of here. Same as the LT. He's a farm kid, too. Oh, they recruited me, what, a year ago? Taught me to kick even more ass than before. These guys, they... Kicking ass. Mostly kicking ass. See, we're watching the perimeter right now, looking for those fiends to come back. When they show their faces, that's when we go to work. One shot, one kill. That's the first recon way.
Interesting.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. Howdy. Name's Sterling, first recon. Can't say I've seen... Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all, and a lot of scouting from place to place. I called her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorobets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets. Used to be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays. Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay.
I just rolled for whether or not we're helping her
mangled my hands and feet pretty
doing
good.
bad to
Wasn't
the
much good with the pistol after
NCR.
that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the
Narrowly
waste
2
on
to
any more
1.
long
We're
scouts
helping
either.
them. 2 to 1.
Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me, so they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said. Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us.
Hey, girl. You need something from me? Not unless you count the fiends as serious. Gorobets keeps us inside the fence most of the time. Doesn't matter to me. I just shoot bad guys. Sooner or later, they'll move us out to the dam, though. That's when the shit gets nasty. Legion fights to win, and they're smart. Hell of a lot smarter than these crazy fiends. But I don't feel bad about shooting Legion boys. Fiends, on the other hand, Sometimes I get pangs of conscience. Not often, but sometimes. Some cute little junkie bitch, so fucked up she doesn't even know that she's the bad guy. And I've got a headshot her. Makes me think. Might just be sex, though. I see some cute little number, and I'd rather get in her pants. So maybe I'm a stone-cold bitch after all. What gave me away? The big gun, the shades, or the attitude? They don't. Only the good. My partner's got some potential, so I let him wear those goofy glasses. I tell him they're his training shades. He totally buys it. Truth is, his eyes just suck. The little guy. 10 of spades. I like him because he listens. Doesn't shut up the rest of the time, but when I... Also, he doesn't pull any stupid come-ons, like practically every other horn dog alpha male on this base. Might be he's just scared of me, though. Yeah, we spot for each other, watch each other's backs. Usually works pretty well, unless you get paired up with an asshole. Thing is, there's a lot of assholes in the army. I keep hoping they'll pair me up with some hot blonde like you see on those old pinups. Shit, I don't even care if she can shoot straight. Can't have everything. You killed him? Well, shit. Here I dreamed up this whole elaborate revenge fantasy. Didn't really think I'd do it, but as long as the tubby bastard was actually alive, I could pretend like I would. Here, I owe you. Take it and get out of here, before I indulge my inner bitch and spoil the moment.
This is the admin's tent. I'm looking for the medical tent though. I mean, that's the medical tent. But I don't know if I can get medical help until after I get some sort of leeway with them.
We should be taking the fight to the Legion, not waiting for them to pick us apart.
There's no one even in the medical tent. Well, everyone's over here, so it should be that. That's who I need to speak to. No, stop running. I'm so fucking slow walking. How much weight am I?
I'm Lieutenant Gorobets, 1st Recon. If you're looking to collect a bounty, you should talk to Major Daughtry. We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling. Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at 1st Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help. I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea. Corporal Sterling was an NCR ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to 1st Recon. We're the finest sniper out... If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even...
Hello?
Hello?
I don't want to,
Hey, girl. The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, you don't see the... Yeah.
I think he's supposed to be in here. I don't know why he's not.
Hey.
I did not mean to pick that up, but that's okay.
Hey.
Where the hell is the corporate? He's not on any of these tents. It's goddamn. Oh, there he is. You fucking piece of shit on a smoke break. Don't smoke, kids.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends. Pack of drugged-out killers. They're addicted to every stim, every pill, every psychoactive enema on this fucked up Earth. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. That sound like something that interests you? First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nafai. He's fast and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron. Hence his name. And finally, Cook. Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash. They've all killed good NCR men, and plenty of mercs too. You go after them. Any of them. You're in. One thing I should tell you about Cook. Piece of shit is pure animal. He raped one of my snipers. Also, he's got a flamethrower, and he's damn good with it. From what I hear, he either rapes or burns every living thing he gets his hands on. Only one man's gotten close to killing him, and that's Little Buster. So he says, anyway. Maybe it's bullshit, but I'd still ask him about it. Bounty hunter. Talks big. But he's still alive, so he can't be completely... I think he's out in the yard. One more thing. If you want the full reward, you need to bring me a... That means no headshots, no decapitations till after they're dead, and no damage to the face. If you want to be safe, you bring me a head that looks like a rotten tomato, people will be doubting, and I won't be... Good luck. Yeah, I was there. I was Captain Daughtry then. That whole situation was a mess and could easily have been avoided with good intel. The major in charge at the time made a bad call. He thought Bitter Springs was full of Great Khan raiders, so we surrounded the place. By the time any of us realized there were civilians down there, women and children, the shooting had already started. The major froze up at the news, and we couldn't get another word out of him. I took over and salvaged the situation as best I could. For my effort, I was promoted to major. Not quite the way I'd have wanted it. We know they supply the fiends with illegal chems, but they never stick around in NCR territory for long. They know the land and move quick. There's talk from time to time about taking out their base at Red Rock Canyon, but nothing ever comes of it. The Great Khans are tough fighters. If we ever did go up against them on their home turf, we'd win, but casualties would be high.
It's quite interesting because they come from the same vault. Their ancestors, at least.
Adoptive father, yes. I was very proud when he made first recon. I know that every time I send them out, I could be sending him to his death. But if it's not me, it'll be somebody else. At least this way I get one more chance to see him. Damn right. That right. You killed one of the... Yeah, that's Cook. Ugh, did he always smell like this, even before he was dead? And the well, this is payback for at least one of my troopers. She'll be glad. Violet it is. Wish I could give you more advice on how to bring her down, but we know less about her than the other two. Just watch out for the dogs. She raises them herself. Good question. Fiend territory is southeast of here, but they range all over the area. None of them stays in any one place for long. You've gone after the fiends before. I don't... Makes no difference. You've got some guts, I'll give you that. Nephi is one tough... My advice is this. Talk to Lieutenant Gorobets. If you're lucky, you can lure Nephi into the open and the sharpshooters can bring him down. You bring me... It's a better bet than trying to take Nephi...
Oh my god, there's no way. Okay. I was about to say. I'm about to be pissed.
Heard you got cook.
Oh no, I think it crashed. Alright, we're gonna call it there then.